The sun rises over the Maldives, revealing a stunning array of wildlife. Bats hunt for fruit in the trees, while lizards bask in the warmth of the morning sun. Even though this wildlife fascinates me, my true passion lies underwater. Beneath the surface, another world comes alive, where parrotfish graze on the coral reefs before I swim toward the drop-off. That mesmerizing boundary separating the reef from the deep waters. A movement catches my attention, a fleeting silhouette, a shark. At first, just one, timidly brushing against the plateau before retreating toward the edge of the drop-off. Then again and again, their comings and goings grow more frequent, closer until their presence becomes undeniable. They also took the time to accept me as a lucky guest in their environment. This species is well known by reef's inhabitants. Here are the black-tip reef sharks. And suddenly everything quickens. 2, 3, and then as many as 9 black-tip reef sharks surround me. Their gray bodies stand out clearly in the water, highlighted by their brilliant white underbellies and the distinctive black and white markings on their fins. These graceful predators mostly hunt at night, preying on reef fish, small sharks, cephalopods, crustaceans, and occasionally scavenging. Their strategy is as precise as their appearance is captivating. After this intense moment, they vanish suddenly, gliding into the depths and restoring the reef's serenity. After this incredible and intriguing experience with blacktips, I felt a growing desire to learn more about sharks. I wanted to understand their habits, how they hunted, and whether they lived in groups or led solitary lives. So I boarded a dive boat to explore the central atolls of the Maldives. The first stop on this journey was just outside the harbor of Hulhumalé. Diving along the Hulhumalé Wall is an instant and total frenzy. The moment we leap from the boat, sharks are already visible beneath us, mainly spinner sharks circling in search of prey, weaving through schools of jacks and reef fish. Reaching the sandy bottom at 30 meters on this dive, we are soon surrounded by stingrays, marbled rays, and guitarfish, while 2 to 3 meter long spinner sharks continue to circle around us. Large lemon sharks soon join the feast as well. The spinner shark gets its name from its spectacular behavior. It performs spinning jumps when hunting. This phenomenon is often observed when they catch fish in full flight. Unfortunately, we didn't have that luck, as Hulhumalé is an area where they take advantage of fish carcasses discarded by fishermen before heading back to port. Spinner sharks have a streamlined and aerodynamic body with a gray-brown skin that is distinguished by silver tones on the belly. Their back is darker, typically gray-blue, and their dorsal fin is quite pronounced, often with a black tip. Spinner sharks primarily feed on small fish, such as sardines, anchovies, and other schooling fish. Unlike other solitary shark species, spinner sharks are often seen in small groups, especially when feeding. Like other sharks, spinner sharks are viviparous, meaning females give birth to fully formed pups. The gestation period lasts about 12 months, and a female can give birth to between 4 and 6 pups. These sharks typically reach sexual maturity around the age of 6. However, the spinners are not the largest sharks in these waters. Drawn by the movements of divers and the discarded fish from fishermen, the tiger sharks also make an appearance. Tiger sharks are massive with large black eyes, and they always come straight towards us before turning just a few meters from our faces, leaving us with an unforgettable memory. What a spectacle! And then, out of nowhere, the Makaran, a giant 5-meter hammerhead shark, comes to greet us before returning to the depths. After one of the best safety stops of my life, we emerged from the water with sharks etched in our memories and awe in our hearts. It was now time to dive into Ari Atoll to encounter other species of reef sharks and pelagic fish. Each dive begins along a blue wall teeming with triggerfish and schooling bannerfish. The goal here is to encounter gray reef sharks, with the number of sightings largely dependent on the current. The stronger the current, the more sharks we encounter. Gray reef sharks suddenly appear, emerging from the blue above our heads or beneath our feet. During the day, they are not actively hunting, although I was lucky enough to begin some of my dives with impressive hunting scenes. Their burst of speed can be sudden and astonishing. But calm always returns to the wall, and the sharks resume swimming peacefully in groups. These groups are structured by a dominance hierarchy. They use ocean currents to conserve energy, positioning themselves facing the flow to remain nearly motionless. Gray reef sharks are one of the few shark species to display aggressive territorial behavior. When they feel threatened, they adopt an intimidation posture known as the arched back threat display, where their back arches, their pectoral fins drop, and their movements become jerky and deliberate. Although they primarily hunt at night, their diet is diverse: reef fish, octopus, cephalopods, and even small sharks. Their hunting technique is swift and precise, relying on the element of surprise. Gray reef sharks play a vital role in maintaining balanced fish populations, acting as regulators of marine ecosystems. Their presence is a strong indicator of a healthy coral reef. They have a uniform gray-brown color with a white belly, creating a striking contrast. Their dorsal fin is long and pointed, with a distinctive black tip, often accompanied by black edges on the other fins. They typically measure between 1.5 and 2.5 meters in length, although some individuals can reach 3 meters. Their body is streamlined and aerodynamic, well suited for fast swimming and hunting. They have a wide head and a relatively small mouth, with small, sharp teeth ideal for capturing fast-moving prey. Gray reef sharks generally live between 15 and 25 years. They are viviparous, meaning females give birth to fully formed pups, usually between 1 and 6 pups. Reproduction periods vary by location, but they often occur toward the end of the year. Through these daytime dives on the reefs, I realized that if we wanted to see real action, we had to return at night. At night, everything changes instantly. The proximity to the sharks is astonishing. Attracted by the lights illuminating the reef fish they feed on, the sharks accompany us during the dives. Blacktips and white-tip reef sharks are more present in the shallow waters. While around 30 meters, it's the gray reef sharks, giant trevallies, and white-tip reef sharks that lead the way. The site where I dive is called Maya Thila. It's a rocky formation at the center of the Ari Atoll, renowned for its predators that hunt at night. We wait at 30 meters around a rock formation made up of cavities and algae where small fish hide. The gray reef sharks lack agility and simply circle around the rock. But the giant trevallies and white-tip reef sharks are much more agile. They slip into the cavities, hoping to flush out a fish and hunt together. And after searching for a while, an unlucky fish finds itself in open water, just a few centimeters from the rock. That was all the predators needed to surround it and devour it. A giant trevally was faster than the others and snatches the prize. The sharks are late, but it will soon be their turn. We ascend to the 20-meter zone and continue observing the giant trevallies hunting. At night, illuminated only by my lights, the colors are dazzling, and I can clearly see every tiny feature of the rocks. Each time a fish dares to leave its hiding place, the trevallies detect it instantly and take care of it. The sharks are never far away, but they aren't quite fast enough. In shallower waters, the moray eels join the feast. Often unlucky, they flush fish out from the narrowest crevices where the trevallies cannot reach. But as soon as the moray approaches a fish, the unfortunate prey is forced to flee, only to be devoured by the waiting trevallies. And when they know a fish is about to come out, they can be very patient. This one won't survive another night on my Athila. And after this latest kill, the giant trevallies resume their hunt. Giant trevallies often hunt in groups, using their numbers to maximize their chances of success. However, not all trevallies get an equal share of the feast. In the chaos of the hunt, the one that catches the prey first quickly swims away to avoid having its meal stolen by others. This behavior is crucial, as smaller or less dominant trevallies often lurk just behind, ready to snatch a bite at the first opportunity. Later that night, I spot a crab scuttling across the reef plateau. Clearly, it's not an enticing dish for our dear giant trevallies. Before ascending around one last acropora, I notice a few fish hiding among the corals. Their vibrations have certainly been detected by the predators, but neither the giant trevallies nor the circling white-tip reef sharks can reach them. This time, luck is on their side. They'll live to see another day. This trip continues with the more famous reef shark. The white-tip reef sharks are highly present predators in coral reefs. Outside of their hunting activities, they have a very specific routine. They regularly visit cleaning stations to get rid of parasites and leftover food that settle on their skin. These cleaning stations are special areas, often located near the reefs, where cleaner fish, such as wrasse or cleaner shrimp, provide a cleaning service not only for the sharks, but also for other fish and marine creatures. Diving in the Maldives also offers the chance to witness the impressive dance of hundreds of jackfish, barracudas, and other pelagic fish such as trevallies and tunas. Barracudas are known for their ability to launch sudden, lightning-fast attacks on their prey, using their sharp teeth and streamlined bodies to strike with precision. They have a long, slender body with a pointed head and a powerful jaw filled with fang-like teeth, making them one of the most recognizable fish in tropical waters. Jackfish often hunt in coordinated groups, herding smaller fish into tight schools to increase their chances of a successful catch. Known for their strength and speed, they are capable of quick bursts of movement, making them formidable predators in the open ocean. If there's one truly impressive animal on the reefs of the Maldives, it's the manta ray. Graceful and majestic, reef mantas can reach a wingspan of up to 5 meters. These gentle giants glide effortlessly through the water, performing elegant loops as they feed on plankton. One of the most fascinating behaviors to witness is their visit to cleaning stations. At these locations, mantas hover motionless while small cleaner fish, like wrasses, nibble away at parasites and dead skin. At this stage, I was both satisfied and amazed by all the rays and sharks I had encountered during this trip. It was now time to shift my focus to the vibrant reef itself and meet the smaller creatures that play a crucial role in maintaining the delicate balance of the reef ecosystem. The hawksbill turtle is a vital guardian of coral reef health. By feeding on sponges that grow on the reef, it prevents these fast-growing organisms from overtaking and suffocating the corals. Sponges can outcompete corals for space, blocking light and reducing coral growth. Hawksbills, with their sharp, beak-like mouths, are specially adapted to reach into crevices and feed on these sponges, maintaining biodiversity within the reef. Additionally, hawksbill turtles help disperse nutrients throughout the ecosystem. As they feed and move around, they contribute to the cycling of essential minerals that benefit other marine life. Without these turtles, sponge populations would dominate, leading to less diverse and resilient coral reefs. Their role as reef caretakers makes hawksbills not only fascinating, but also crucial for the health and survival of coral habitats. Despite their ecological importance, hawksbill turtles are critically endangered due to human activities such as poaching for their beautiful shell, used for jewelry and ornaments, habitat loss, and pollution. Protecting hawksbills helps safeguard entire reef ecosystems since their role is intricately linked to coral health and marine biodiversity. Against the walls of the Thelis, the underwater world transforms into a theater of relentless pursuit and survival. Sharks, sleek and calculated, use the reef walls to corner their prey, showcasing their predatory mastery. It's a scene of controlled chaos as the reef's hunters coordinate their attacks with precision. At that moment, surrounded by hunting sharks at sunset, one might feel fear. But knowing we are not part of the shark's diet, it becomes clear that this majestic creature is completely uninterested in us. Among the vibrant chaos, enormous schools of blue-striped yellow snapper swirl like liquid gold. Their synchronized movements mesmerizing and deliberate as they try to avoid the predators. The snapper form dense, pulsating clouds, seeking safety in numbers, yet always vulnerable to the opportunistic hunters lurking nearby. Adding to the spectacle, the bluefin trevallies arrive in their radiant splendor. At the bottom of the Thelis, the black stingray waits patiently for the night action to unfold. And now, as we ascend onto the plateau of the Thela, we can spend time with the small creatures that inhabit it. Hidden within the crevices of the reef, the Maldivian moray eels peer out with their watchful eyes, their sinuous bodies adding a mysterious charm to the underwater world. Feeding on small fish, crustaceans, and octopuses, they play a vital role in maintaining the balance of the reef's ecosystem. Observe a few astonishing creatures, and then I encounter one of the most fascinating animals on this planet. Between two rocks, an octopus watches intently, alert to all the commotion on the reef. Hidden in plain sight, its skin shifts color and texture, mimicking the surrounding coral and sand, a masterclass in camouflage. This transformation relies on 3 layers of skin structures. Chromatophores, tiny sacs of pigment, expand or contract to display colors like black, brown, or red. Beneath them, iridophores reflect light to create shimmering metallic hues, while leucophores diffuse light for subtle effects. Guided by its advanced nervous system, the octopus controls these layers in milliseconds. And finally, yet another day comes to an end in the heart of the Maldives. What better way to end our journey than a night dive with nurse sharks? Found in warm, shallow waters across the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans, nurse sharks are an often misunderstood species. Reaching up to 4.3 meters in length, these bottom-dwelling sharks are gentle by nature, spending most of their time resting on the ocean floor or gliding slowly through coral reefs. Equipped with barbels near their mouths, nurse sharks use these sensitive whiskers to locate prey hidden in the sand, typically crustaceans, small fish, and mollusks. Despite their size and powerful jaws, they pose little threat to humans. After one last manta ray sighting in the night, it's time to head home. With the certainty that this is only the beginning of my adventures with sharks.